Hello everyone, Link the Duelist here, back with another video of deck profile on Galaxy Eyes. This deck was actually one of the first ones I got whenever I got back into the game and was able to afford cards. So I've had it for a good while. I've remade it, I don't know how many times, polished it. I had to do another polishing of this deck for the video actually, so that out of the way, let's get right into it. First up, we have the genuine Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, the powerhouse. 3,000 attack, 2,500 defense. Your main monster, but mainly just for getting out your XYZs. Though if you need him in a pinch, he can banish himself and another opponent's monster that he battles with, of course. And up next, you have the Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon. And if you control a Galaxy Eyes monster, you can special summon him, which is usually what I use him for, to go into the XYZs. If you got Galaxy Eyes in the field and him, instant Neo or Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. And if it's detached, you can take Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your hand or deck, and you special summon it or attach it to an XYZ monster you control as material. Then if activated, this effect during the battle phase, double the attack of all number XYZ monsters you control. So that is extremely important because you definitely want Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon on a lot of your, or at least some of your XYZs, because their effects really don't work to the maximum without them. Then we have Photon Emperor, 2 of. If this card is sent to the graveyard except from the field, well, a Photon or Galaxy monster is on your field or in your graveyard, you special summon this card in defense. And after he's normal summoned, you get to normal summon one light monster during your main phase's turn in addition to your normal summoner set. So he's a good extension. Up next, we have Galaxy Brave. If this card is in your hand, you can reveal one Photon monster in your hand, spell summon this card, and if you do, its level becomes level of that Photon monster. If this card is normal summon or spell summon, you can target one Galaxy monster in your graveyard. This card attack and defense becomes that monster's attack and defense. So another good extender to get out them big boys. Up next, we have 3 of Galaxy Soldier. He's your good extender. He's your search, one of your best searches. And if necessary, if you can get 2 of him on the field, you get, not every deck uses it, but Nova, Galaxy, or Cyber Dragon Nova, and then you can go into Affinity with that. But you can discard one other light monster from your hand to the graveyard and spell summon this card from your hand defense position. And when it's spell summon, you can add a Galaxy monster from your deck to your hand. So that in turn, you can search him out. And it's... yeah, that's only once per turn. But the first effect's not, and that's where you can turbo out Infinity. Up next, we have 3 Photon Orbital. He's another one of your starters. During your main phase, you can target 1 Photon or Galaxy monster you control. Equip this monster from your hand or field to that target. It gains 500 attack. Also, it cannot be destroyed by battle. You can send this equipped card to the graveyard. Add 1 Photon or Galaxy monster from your deck to your hand. So that's going to be 2 uses. You can be a searcher, or you can be like a power boost. That makes it so your monster gains 500 attack and is unaffected by effects. So let's say you have one of your big boys on the field. Equip that to it. Attack for however much. If you don't take them out, you can unequip it if you so find necessary, and then search out something else to continue in phase 2. Up next, we have Photon Vanisher. Cannot be normal summoner set, must be spell summoned from your hand while you control a Photon or Galaxy monster. Cannot attack the turn it spell summoned. You can only spell summon Photon Vanisher once per turn. If this card spell summoned, you can add 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your deck to your hand. An XYZ monster that will spell summon using this card on the field as material gains effect. Finish any monster to start a battle with this card. So it's another... it's a good extender, and it's a good card in general to use as material for your level 4s. Or I do have a card in here that can make it a level 8. Well, actually I have a few, but we'll get to those. One's kind of a spice, because you don't see it in every one of these decks. Up next, we have a Photon Delta Wing. The recently new card. If this card is normal summon, you spell summon 1 Photon Delta Wing from your hand or deck in defense position. Also, you cannot spell summon for the rest of this turn except light monsters. Your opponent cannot declare an attack while you control another Photon Wing. Yes, I'm only running 2. I've considered running 3, but I only have 2 right now, and I didn't really have the space. So maybe in a future video I will find the space and time to actually get another one. Up next, we have Photon Jumper. He's basically your hand trap in a way. When your opponent's monster declares an attack, you can activate this effect, skip your next battle phase, also spell summon this card from your hand, then end this battle phase. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Photon or Galaxy spell/trap from your deck to your hand. So it's a good searcher. And it's a good card to send to the graveyard, along with Photon Emperor. Up next, we have Galaxy Wizard. This is one of the cards that can make that a level 8 if necessary. Once per turn, you can increase this card's level by 4 until the end of this turn. Wait, sorry. This card can't do that. It's going to increase its own level. Add 1 Galaxy card from your deck to your hand. Then we have Galaxy Summoner. You can normal or spell summon this card. If this card is normal or spell summoned, you can target 1 Photon or Galaxy monster in your graveyard except Galaxy Summoner spell summon in defense position. You can target 1 other light monster you control as level becomes 4 until the end of this turn. This is the one I was talking about. I get mixed up sometimes. I think we all do. But I don't have any actual hand traps in this. I would run 3 ash, but I don't currently have them. They're coming in the mail at some point. I do not currently have any ashes in this deck. But that is it for the monsters. On to the spells. We have Galaxy Cyclone for your back row and those pesky set cards. Raigeki for monster destruction. Harpy's Feather Duster for back row, because screw back row. We don't like that stuff. Reinforcement of the Army for your level 4 warrior search. Foolish Burial for sending a monster to the graveyard. Called By for your those hand traps. Photon Sanctuary, because it summons out 2 level 4 attack 2000 tokens, so you can go into your Link monster, or you can even go into one of your level 4s, XYZs. Number Last Hope. By half your life points, then target 2 monsters in your graveyard, special summon both, but negates their effects. Then immediately after this effect resolves, XYZ summon 1 number XYZ monster using only those 2 monsters. Also, for the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you can only special summon 1 more time from the extra deck. It's good in the pinch. Then we have Galaxy Expedition. If you control a level 5 or higher Photon or Galaxy monster, you can spell summon 1 level 5 or higher Photon or Galaxy monster from your deck in face-up defense position. Another good extender. Galaxy Trace. Just kind of like Numbers Last Hope, but a little bit different. Pay 2,000 life points, then target 1 Photon monster in your graveyard. Special summon both it and 1 Galaxy monster from your deck with the same level, but in defense position. And if you do, each monster's attack becomes 2,000. Also, their effects are negated. Can only activate 1 Galaxy Trance once per turn. You cannot normal spell summon monsters during the turn you activate this card, except Photon or Galaxy monsters. Which is all we play, so it's great. Then we have Galaxy 100. It lets you send a card to the graveyard, or a Galaxy or Photon card from the deck to the graveyard, which sets up a lot of your cards. And if a Galaxy Eyes or Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon spell summoned to your field, you can look at your opponent's extra deck, then apply one of these effects. Banish 1 monster from it, or special summon 1 number monster from it to your field. So, just a good card in general. You could run with it too. I was for a good while. Up next, we have Hyper Galaxy. Tribute 1 monster with 2,000 or more attack, except Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Then target 1 monster your opponent controls with 2,000 or more attack, tribute it, and if you do, special summon 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Good interruption. Up next, because we got some level 8s in here, we got 2 copies of Trade-In. That should be self-explanatory. Discard 1 level 8, draw 2 cards. And we have Monster Reborn. Pretty sure you guys know what that does. Then the one spice card that I really don't see anybody playing. Target one face-up level 7 or higher monster you control. The levels of all face-up monsters you currently control become the current level of that monster until the end phase. So let's say you got a bunch of level 4s on your field in some situations, and then you special summoned a level 8. Activate that card, everything on your side of the field become level 8. Which means you can go into all your big level 8 monsters. And that is it for the spells. On to the traps. We play 3 Infinite Imperms. Obvious choice. You know, it's a good negate. Hand trap. Then we have another one of my personal techs, Tachyon Chaos Hole. You don't see it a lot in the deck, but when you do, it really does come in clutch. Because when a face-up Galaxy XYZ monster you control is destroyed by battle, or an opponent's attacking monster, or by an opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, destroy as many face-up cards your opponent controls as possible, and if you do, banish them. During your draw phase, if this card is in your graveyard, instead of conducting your normal draw phase, you can banish this card and target one Galaxy XYZ monster in your graveyard, spell summon it. So, you don't see it a lot, but it very much really can come in clutch. And that's it for the traps. So on to the extra deck. We play 1 number C62 Neo Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. That's your main boss monster. At the start of the damage, you can also XYZ summon them by using Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. Transfer its material to this card. At the start of your battle phase, you can detach 1 material from this card. This card can make up to 3 attacks on monsters during this battle phase. If this card has Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon's material, it gains these effects. Unaffected by your opponent's monster effects, and gains attack equal to the combined level / rank of its attached monsters by 100. So that can go in for your OTK if you can get them on the field, and well, it's pretty easy to get them on the field. Up next you have number 62 for going into Neo, number C62. Then we have number 90 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord for your negates. You also can search if the card you detach is a Photon or Galaxy card. Then we have 1 Galaxy Eyes Cypher X Dragon, 1 Galaxy Eyes Cypher Blade Dragon, and 1 Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. It's not necessary, but it's definitely recommended. Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon can take one of your opponent's monsters and basically make it yours. And then, you know, the other two you can go into and they have great effects as well. We then have our level 4 line here. Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Other light monsters gain 500 attack. You can only use each of the following effects of Galaxy Photon Dragon once per turn. You can detach one material from this card. Either add one Photon or Galaxy monster from your deck or send it to the graveyard. If a light monster is spell summoned from your field, except during the damage step, you can target one other monster. Its level becomes 4 or 8 until the end of this turn. Then we have Starliege Photon Blast Dragon. If this card is XYZ summoned, you can special summon one Photon monster from your hand. While this XYZ summoned monster is on the field, your opponent cannot target monsters you control with 2,000 or more attack with card effects. So it's a little bit of interruption. Also, they cannot destroy your opponent's... be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Hold on, I think I might have read that. Once per opponent's turn, quick effect, you can detach one material from this card and target one of your Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon that is banished during your graveyard and spell summon it. Then we have Cyber Dragon Nova, which we go into from Galaxy Soldier. And then we go into that. We go into Cyber Dragon Affinity with Nova. We don't really use Nova's effect in this deck. Up next, and Affinity is a negate. You can grab your opponent's monster once per turn and use it as material and negate something each turn. Up next, we have Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon. You can also XYZ summon this card by using any Galaxy Eyes XYZ monster you control as material. Except Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon. Transfer its material to this card. Once per turn, you can target up to 2 equipped cards equipped to this card. You can target up to 2 equipped cards equipped to this card. Attach them to this card as material. Once per turn, you can detach one material from this card and target one face-up card your opponent controls and destroy it. So it's a good pop. You probably wouldn't see it too much, though. Then we have, of course, for a generic line here, we have number 97. Which will give us, let us go into number 100, Numeron Dragon, or if we want a little negate, number 38. And if you're going first or second, usually it depends. If you're going second, you might want to go into... Actually, if you're going first, you probably want to go into Harbinger. If you're going second, you might want to go into Numeron Dragon. Then we have Galaxy Eyes Soul Flare Dragon. This is what you would usually go into with Photon Sanctuary. Just 2 light monsters, including a monster with 2,000 or more attack. If this card is link summoned, you can target one Photon or Galaxy monster in your graveyard. Add it to your hand. During your opponent's main phase quick effect, you can discard one Photon card and one Galaxy card. Or discard one Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, then target one special summon monster your opponent controls, destroy it. You can only use that effect once per turn. So it's a good pops a card and puts your monsters in the graveyard, what you want. But that is it for the profile. Thank you all for watching. Please do like and subscribe and comment if you would like to. It really helps the channel. Thank you. This has been Link the Duelist. And I am out.